It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and the Agave Farm / Slope in Granite Hills. We recently did a maintenance on the front of this project and we neglected to show you how the slope was doing. So I thought Hannah and I would come by today and show you how the slope is doing. Slope is doing fantastic. Now these are Agave angustifolia, and Hannah is going to very carefully, go down. A little shaky, but she's wearing sandals, and this is not the most stable slope. But our client Susan she doesn't love the pickleweed, and she also, this has been in for maybe 6 months, I feel like. She's so funny. Many of you know the potential for the angustifolia. These are going to get pretty big. I mean, not as giant as the century plants, but they'll get, about 3 times this size, and of course they pup. So she said, I just had hoped that they would grow faster, and I had to laugh at her. Girl, trust me, they're going to grow. So right now the pickleweed's a little overwhelming. But the pickleweed was here, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is a very challenging space. This is Granite Hills. It's hot as balls out here in the summer. We do have irrigation that Greg set up on MP rotators, but she doesn't want to run it a lot, for A, runoff, B, wasting water, and C, weeds. So Susan has been handling the weeding out here, and she's done a spectacular job. We also had a lot of deer grass. Can you see that down there, Hannah? That's the green, what looks like grass coming up in clumps. And it's pretty right now, but it's very invasive. And in time it will grow up, it will throw off seed heads and just spread. So our client is keeping up with that. You can see how far we went with the angustifolias, and there's still a lot of more room to go around the other side of the property. And my master plan was to just do this, wait for these to mature and pup, and then take the pups off of these and move them over there. That's the work in progress master plan. Another concern that I had on this was gophers. There are a lot of them, ground squirrels, voles, all kinds of critters. And I'm looking. I'm not seeing any dead plants though. I don't see any casualties. Some, are struggling for sure. There's a few angustifolia that, are definitely not as happy as others, but all in all, I think I made a really good choice. Right at my foot here, there's a gopher hole, and I can see where it's come up and eat all the bottom leaves around this plant. But, roots are optional with these guys. Here's right here, Hanny, you can see. I'm in the shadows in the way. See that? And then see where it's eaten around, pineappled it around the bottom. Not a problem. Here is an example of a plant that is very healthy and throwing off some really nice looking pups, which once they're bigger, we can harvest and move over to the other side of the yard. This one, it's still in there, but yeah, I can see where the critters have come and chewed. They're probably eating some of the pups, would be my guess. Oh yeah, look, here's another one.
Hold on.
Wow, it is amazing to me how tough these plants are, that they have survived the elements, they've survived attacks on their root systems and their bottom leaves by critters, and still, just continue to show up. Oh yeah, look at you. Sorry guys, get in my head. They still show up every day and do their job. I'm gonna have a lot of fun watching this one develop and taking you on the journey. Also down here, this is the pool equipment is down here, and something with a lid on it, which I think is also pool related. I had envisioned starting up in this area here with a dry stream that would just follow the natural runoff and erosion pattern down through there, because from the house, their bedroom and their living room, you know, does look out on this yard.
Would
This
you
is
ever add a different, an additional ground cover?
the client had asked about trying a different type of ground
Or
cover.
no, would you leave and add?
I thought about it, and I would not. I don't think so. I don't think I would introduce a different ground cover or an
Like, you don't think
additional
a
ground
couple,
cover.
like splashed in 40s would be cool?
I think that based on the fact that this is so hostile here between the animals, the gophers, the ground squirrels, the voles, that by introducing additional plant material and additional cost is not something that I would want to do. I like the idea of adding rock, adding dry stream effects, working with what's already here, but patience. Once these angustifolia really get their legs, they're going to make a really dramatic impact. The neighbors have already commented to the client on how pretty this looks from their perspective down below. So I feel really good about this. I'm very happy with it. It's minimal maintenance right now. It's clearly sustaining, and the potential for us to be able to work these plants into other areas is really, really great as well. So interested to hear your comments, suggestions, ideas. If you have a similar situation as this, what you've done successfully on hostile slopes, and you know, if you think that if you do something different, you know, always interested to hear what you guys have to say. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, reporting from Granite Hills with the Agave Farm, and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.